Hello, beautiful souls. Happy full supermoon in Aquarius. And if you know what I'm doing, you know. That would be the number 8 infinity energy of the Lion's Gate portal. We just went through that on Monday, 8/8. I'm Lori Rising. Welcome. Welcome to this channel or page if you're new here, and if you're not new, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here. So do make sure to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, like the page, comment, share with your friends and family, elevate this experience. So I'm an intuitive medium, a trauma-informed healer, an embodiment and a ritual facilitator, and so much more. So if you're interested in more about me and my programs and offerings, head on over to therawandwildhearts.com. I will link it below and check it all out. I do personal readings. I have new and full moon ceremonies in the membership community. I have a bomb in-person Mexico retreat coming off that is going to be off the spiritual hook. And also my signature digital course program, Awaken Your Life Force, is coming up with its live iteration in October. So hit me up, let me know if you have questions. I am here to answer them and support and guide you in evolutionary ways, because I'm your biggest cheerleader into your majesty, your divinity, and your birthright of living in joy and ease in this human experience. I know, it seems wild, right? With everything going down around us. So, the theme, are you ready to say it with me? Saturn! Yes, hello Saturn. Welcome Saturn. We are ready for you, Saturn. Take that in. Are we in big energies? Yes. Is August gonna be a big energy month? Yes, and we are here for it, right? We have been primed, prepped, and ready for this. Like, we know how to do the work. We know how to go into the shadow and get into deep spaces of growth in order to move into acceleration and ascension. Am I right? Yeah, personally, we've been doing this for a good 2.5 years. And now this really is a pivotal moment where we're moving the up-leveling of frequency and light living that we have integrated into our physicality. We're moving that into the collective. So that's really where I feel like the Saturnian influence is coming in with this Aquarius full moon, because Aquarius is all about humanity, right? It's about the higher collective. It's about freedom. It's about innovation. And here comes Uranus with all of its surprises and enlightenments and epiphanies and strikes, right? Like quick hits of Uranus. We've got the Mars Uranus North Node conjunction in Taurus that we're going to be working with probably until May of 2023, right? And so it kind of feels like the Lion's Gate was this final light absorption that we did on a personal level that really took us to this full acceleration in our new timeline, out of the old wheel of time or old earth frequency, like fully, where we're not available to be tapped back in, right? We're not available for the hook that keeps trying to get us. And if you are listening to what's going down right now, you know those hooks are coming in strong. They are working to bring us into that fear space and that limitation so they can continue to siphon our power. And it's like, nope, that's not available for you anymore. And that's like, as these systems are dismantling, right, the power grabs are going to get bigger. The sensationalism, the drama is going to get bigger, because that's what has always historically worked on us when we had cells that were repressed and suppressed, when we didn't have the crystalline light pulsing through our bodies and our systems. Okay, so that don't work no more. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's always going to be comfortable. Like, this week has a lot of intense energies, but I've seen a lot of pages out there saying like, oh, we just have to get through the Aquarius full moon, and then it might lighten up a little. We're gonna get some breaks, some ease. Now, I understand the sentiment there, but I also want to say, let's embrace this full moon. Let's embrace the Saturn structure that we actually really need to move forward in this like expansive frequency of light that is being held now by all of us, right? By the work that we're doing, we're holding this light line, and we're ready for the rebuilding of systems in a new earth way, in an Aquarian and Uranus innovative way. But we also do need some structure to that. So we need some focus to that, because that is part of the physicality, right? And so let's use it. Let's keep the walls fluid of the structures that we build, right? In like impermanence and adaptability and breathability. But we still do need to create those walls, or else we can't end old systems without the building of new systems from our frequency of light and love and unity consciousness that they are not going to break, right? We only keep getting stronger with every single astrological aspect and shift that we move through. So I want us to really embrace this kind of transition time, right? As we're bringing these like, I just see it as like this light pumping through our hearts, right? Pumping out to each other, but pumping forward to the collective. We're bringing that together in these deep places of agency and sovereignty, where we're in our strength, we're in our strong pineal gland, right? And then how do we raise that up? How do we get super innovative with each other in this place of freedom, but yet like the structure of love, where we start to build systems in like all new ways that are so far from being the linear limitations that they've always been. How's that feeling? That feels good to me. Now, that being said, I'm not bypassing the intensity of the energies, because like I'm even feeling it today. I was kind of like, I had these moments of almost amnesia where I'm like, wait a second, what am I doing? Do people care? Am I making a difference? Oh my God, do I have to do something different? Am I making a difference? Write it in the comments. No, but you know what I'm saying. So sometimes it's like important to get comfortable in the discomfort, knowing that that's like the transition time. That's when the energies are changing and there's like this churning happening. And the more we can just like be in our flow and our relaxation of it, in our trust, knowing that it's gonna change, it's gonna transform, we're gonna move up, we're gonna flow again, we're in the ebb, we're gonna go in the flow, right? Like that's super important, because that's really where the goodness is. That's really where we're gonna get a much higher expansion. We're gonna get those bigger epiphanies and those bigger like impulse, knowing those impulse like truths and those innate hits that we can bring in such strength and confidence and courage in the way that we move them forward strategically right now with Saturn. So that's my take on the energies as I really felt into them, and as I've been listening to other people talk about what's going down this week. And it's gonna, like all of August, honestly, the rest of this year, like this Mars Uranus North Node conjunction really like, woo, that lit shit up on fire. I mean, I felt like I was on 20 pots of coffee for those 2 strong days of that transit. And I mean, it's kind of fun, right? You're like, dang, like it's amazing to be in these bodies, having this energy, like make such dramatic shifts. And I feel it and I'm here for it. I'm not numbing myself out to it. Like I am fully available to work with and co-create with these energies. So proud of you. We're doing it. Like let's go over the basics real quick before we do the card pull. Get good sleep. Have a strong pineal gland. You cannot be manipulated emotionally or from fear when you're in a strong pineal gland, because you have a very deep cosmic connection. So get good sleep, get off your screen before you go to bed, drink lots of water. Hydration is key here. Move your body, open your cells, We have to have the space for the energy to move in and integrate, or it can feel really uncomfortable. It can feel overwhelming, and we might want to shut down because our little human bodies just don't have the capacity to move the energy through if we're in resistance or there's not enough flow happening in our body. Breath work is life, right? And it really connects us in with our present moment, with the reality of what's available to us right now. So on this channel, go back. I have a breath of fire practice, 1 to 3 minutes. It's time stamped. Jump in with me. 3 minutes will change everything and get you back into that good aligned groove whenever you feel yourself kind of shift out of it or fall out of it. Also, check out my video with the astrologer Kelsey. Where do we go from here? That's an amazing talk about the Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction and the Lionsgate portal and where we really are moving in this full ass ascension. It feels so good. And when you're in that space of community and connection and like understanding, I almost said reverence, right? For that understanding of what we can do with this together. It brings all of the possibilities. So jump in with us. We had a blast. You're gonna have so much fun. But let's get to the card read, okay? So I had some technical difficulties. I'm out here on the road. As you can see, I'm at this beautiful little state park, having a wonderful afternoon, and now I'm here with you. So I already pulled the cards, lost the video. So we're just gonna talk about the card read now, which is super fun. So this is the adaptability, right? The impermanence, just flowing with the change. The first card that came up is the Thinking Woman. And with this card read, again, I love my new combination. Uranus, these are the surprise, like, epiphanies that you get with Uranus. And I just really got that combining the cards at this point was going to be so much more powerful, because I feel like my energy cards are really like direct and to the point. And my earth cards are much more like spiritually and soul driven, and it just feels right to bring it all together right now. So the first card is the Thinking Woman. So just right now in your immediacy, do you have anyone that's female identifying that is giving you some freaking sage advice? Like, pay attention, feel into it, listen. When you're listening, truly listen from your body. Don't listen with your thinking response, right? A lot of times we're already thinking and planning what our response is, but I want you to just let that go. Trust that that will come when it's ready, and just fully be present with the transmission that's coming through for you, okay? This can also, I also got the energy of this being, it can be anyone that you're interacting with, any messages that are coming through, when they're coming through in the divine feminine energy, which is when they're coming through in vulnerability, in flow, when you're in that full receptivity mode, right? When it feels like this divine guidance in this interaction, when all of that is lining up for you in like full spiritual, like explosive expansion, pay attention. Write that in your journal, write it in your notes, like take extra care of that message and plant that seed, because it's probably going to become something really, really big. It's like taking you, I got the message that it's taking you past the bend, so you stay on the straight, like the flowing part of the river, you stay on that straightaway and you don't even have to go through the bend. So there's some kind of big message coming through for you right now. And this is a way to like notice when it's like that kind of magic and power. Okay, the next card is the Garden and the Gate. And if you can see this card, there's so much life on the other side of this gate. I know I've got, and look, there's a lot of sun behind me, right? So the girl in this card is on one side of the gate, and the gate is locked, and the key is around her neck. On the other side is all of this abundance and life and light, and like it's such an inviting energy on the other side. So notice where you're keeping yourself in limitation, and that can be from the fear frequency that is so heavy around us that you might be tapping into, right? Because That's the point of these messages. There's always something deeper behind the messages that you hear, right? So remember, there's a motivation behind what's coming out. And if you stay in like incapacitation from what might happen or what is to come or what's being predicted on the TV or in the news media or any of those channels, then you might be missing a really amazing opportunity. So I feel like this card is telling you that it's still important to take those leaps, to take those steps in the next direction, even if they're small. They don't have to be something big that feels overwhelming, but you know, designating part of your day to doing something toward your soul's calling, toward, you know, where you feel an expansiveness opening in your life, toward what you want to be growing in your energy and in your experience and in this journey. And it doesn't mean that it has to take a lot of investment, but like give it your attention and your time. And just be careful with staying in a place of like locked comfort, because really it's in the moments of like where we have the availability to go right now that will take us in these new big changes for our lives. It's not going to happen in a linear way. I guess that's what I'm trying to say in a longer way. So, okay. I mean, I am like all kinds of light and bright right now. I'm just going to keep going with it because look at this last card. It's the Sun. So that was your challenge card, and this is your action. It's the Sun. It is like you want to nurture and nourish the seeds that you've been planting. Like, don't let them wilt while you're standing on one side of the gate waiting to see what's going to happen to you. Create these seeds of life from you, right? And so the sun and all of the light that's pouring in, i.e., right now, is like giving you the messages of exactly what you need. You're never going to find those messages plugging in to a sensationalism culture and a power-driven culture that has gotten so deep that they can't even see the light anymore, right? So this is where we're going, is we are being the light. We are creating, co-creating, being and co-creating and experiencing and like offering the light, right? So make sure you grow and nurture your medicine that is coming online in like powerful, beautiful, surprising ways. Let yourself be surprised and let yourself move forward with it. You know, catch yourself if you're going back to what was comfortable. Let yourself take those chances that could go like in really, really profound and big ways. Ones that you haven't even conceived of in your mind yet. And the clarifier card that came through, it was a jumper card in the Earth card deck, was the shift. And this tells me like this week, there's going to be a little discomfort. It's like the churning that happens when we came out from the Lion's Gate and we're like, whoa, we've got all of this light and excitement and like this multi-dimensional space that we want to like share. And here's the Saturn energy that's like, okay, but let's be strategic in it. Let's hone that energy in so that we don't like run out of steam or run out of like the light behind it. Let's hone it in and make choices that are more strategic, that use the full power of it instead of like blasting it out everywhere and then just seeing what changes or what happens when we can like stream it into a big powerful punch. Like that's what I'm getting, like a big powerful punch together. When we come together with these these streams of possibility, then that's where the innovative like action comes in. And that's where we get shocked, like our humanness gets shocked, like, oh, I didn't even know that was possible. Like, how did that even come to be? Because I didn't take the A plus B equals C to get there, right? Because that's not the new timeline that we're in. We're in a spiral dimension where when we really harness the energy and power and acceleration that we're now becoming so well versed in, that's where it becomes, it's like the co-creation. The universe comes in and we let it go, and then it becomes something so much bigger than we had ever even thought was possible. So this card basically is just like, let yourself be in this shift. Let yourself be in the transition. Let yourself off the hook and let the ideas and inspirations come to you. There's no need to force them because they're coming. And they're coming in massive ways the more that we all continue to tap in and even just continue doing the basics. So if the energy gets really overwhelming right now, go back to the basics, right? Let yourself go into the depth of it. Let yourself feel the discomfort, and then, get yourself on track. Get your sleep, get your hydration, breathe, move your body, right? And trust that it's going to shift, because it's really in those, right now it just feels like it's not in the big light bombs that we throw out. It's in the strategic harnessing of what we have discovered in our new crystalline light bodies. So even though it was hard to see me with all this light pouring through, I feel like there was a message in that as well. And I hope something here resonated for you today. I'm sending you so much love during this time. August it's gonna be a fun ride, right? So let's do it together. And until next time, don't forget to look up.